Good afternoon. Today we are going to see industry standard a parallel port bus which is majorly used in the industries for the data transmission. As up till now we have seen a serial communication and from previous lecture we have started to understand parallel communication through the port DB25 we have seen in previous lecture. What is DB25? The role of each pin used in the DB25. We have seen that. Now, in this lecture, we are going to see, which is lecture number 23, which in which we are focusing on ISA and PCI. ISA and PCI. Let's start with ISA. As you can see over here on the screen, ISA stands for Industry Standard Architecture. Industry Standard Architecture. As name is telling about that, it is a industry standard for the data transmission, a parallel communication protocol. ISA was introduced by IBM and headed by Mark Dean. Initially, the company which works in computer field, IBM, launched this standard ISA. ISA was originally an 8-bit computer bus. Initially, ISA had 8-bit computer bus that was later expanded to 16-bit bus in 1984. See over here through this sentence, we can understand what exactly the growth rate of this ISA, industry standard architecture, means. In 1984 there was 16-bit bus available for data transmission. When this bus was originally released, it was a proprietary bus which allowed only IBM to create peripherals and the actual interface. However, in the early 1980s, other manufacturers were created the bus. As this sentence tells that initially, because it was developed by IBM. IBM had a monopoly on it, but after 1980s, after 1984, the other manufacturers also built their own ISA, industry standard architecture, and after that, a true use of ISA standard, ISA parallel data transmission is become open for all. In 1993, Intel and Microsoft introduced a PNP ISA bus that allowed the computer to automatically detect and set up computer ISA peripherals. Which peripherals? Peripherals like modem and sound card. Using the PNP technology, an end user would have the capability of connecting a device and not having to configure the device using jumpers and dip switches. What you understand with these sentences? The Intel and the Microsoft launched the PNP ISA bus, and because of PNP ISA bus, at the time of installation of the operating system, it detects the modem and sound card automatically. There was no need to separately find out or configure the devices using jumpers and dip switches. These kinds of benefit is get available because of this PNP ISA, which was developed by Intel and Microsoft. What happened because of this? The cost required for the different hardwares to interface at the time of installation of operating system get minimized. The time requirement also get minimized, as there is a synchronization of installation of different devices at a time. Because of the data transmission becomes fast and becomes reliable. Because of this PNP ISA, everything becomes reliable, efficiency gets increased, and the effectiveness also gets increased because of the invention of Intel and Microsoft's PNP ISA bus. All modern computers no longer have ISA slots, and instead utilizing PSI slots. Here you can see an example of ISA expansion card and ISA slot. It connects into on the motherboard. What is this? This is ISA SCSI expansion card, and here you can see the slot ISA. It is a industry standard architecture. It is industry standard architecture, initially developed by IBM. This is the card that you can see, this ISA. See the pin structure over here. The pin structure of ISA is somewhat different than the serial communication slots and DB25 ISA expansion slot. All modern computers no longer have ISA slots, instead utilizing PSI slots. Means what? The space of these ISA slots now is occupied by PSI slots. Peripheral computer interfaces. Peripheral computer interfaces. Why these things happen? There are many reasons. The PSI comes into the picture in parallel computing. Instead of ISA, now the market is occupied by these PSI slots, peripheral computer interfaces. As we have discussed, there are many reasons behind this. The major reason is the data transmission rate. The data transmission rates and the adaptability of PSI slots to the different hardwares is easy as compared to ISA. These two major reasons becomes the PCI slots becomes popular one nowadays in the market for the data transmission. I think this is sufficient to understand what is ISA. Okay. Please see it, the image here, the slot again over here. This is ISA SCSI expansion card, and this is ISA expansion slot. It's through this data communication is get done. What is ISA? ISA is industry standard architecture. Industry standard architecture. Okay. This is about ISA, industry standard architecture. Now we are going to see PSI. PSI. These ISA and PSI are the parallel communication standards. What is PSI? PSI is peripheral component interconnect. Peripheral component interconnect. The peripherals of the computers get interfaced by this PSI, peripheral component interconnect. PSI was introduced by Intel in 1992. In 1993, Intel started their ISA industry standard architecture. At the same time, in 1992, Intel also launched a peripheral component interconnect. The PCI bus came in both 32-bit and 64-bit. 32-bit and 64-bit. Can we imagine with This PSI slot, we can transfer the data with very high speed rate, So that's why there is a demand of PSI, peripheral component interconnect slots, or the devices in the market. As over you can see, in 32-bit, it can transmit the data with 133 Mbps, means in 1 second it can transfer the data near about 133 MB. 64, again for 64, the different data rate is there. It can transfer into Gbps of data in a 1 second. With some amount of GB data, it can transfer in 1 second. This is the very important attribute or property, we can say, of this peripheral component interconnect. Although commonly used in computers from late 1990s to early 2000, PCI has since been replaced by with PCI Express. Again the tragedy comes. Or instead of tragedy, here I can use the word, there is a evolution happens over here in PCI. PCI Express slots comes. PCI Express slots come. Early 2000, PCI is replaced by PCI Express, and this PCI Express is also known as, the slot is also known as PCIe, the small e, right? PCIe. Wherever or whenever you find PCIe, it means PCI Express slots. These are PCI Express slots. These are the extended version of PCI, peripheral component interconnect. And as it is extended version, it means it having the capacity to transfer the data with very high speed, 20 GB per second, 40 GB per second. It can transfer the data from one device to another device on same board also. The revisions came in 1993 to version 2.0 and in 1995 to PCI 2.1. An expansion to the ISA bus. The versions of the PCI comes one after another as the year passes. Unlike ISA and other earlier expansion cards, PCI follows the PNP specification and therefore did not require any jumpers or dip switches. As the Intel launches the ISA and PCI at the same time, so that's why it uses PNP specifications in PSI slots also. So that's why there is no need, extra need of jumpers and dip switches in PCI also, peripheral component interconnect. Here you can see the slots, PCI slots, PCI 6, PCI 5, PCI 4. These are the different slots over here you can see. It is near about same ISA, Industry Standard Organization. Where you have seen these slots on your motherboard. Have you seen these slots on your motherboard? If you have seen this, then don't confuse. Please recognize it. These slots are known as PCI slots. PCI slots. Please see it. Different PSI slots you can see over here. PCI 4, PCI 5, PCI 6 and CNR slots. Okay. Examples of PCI devices. Modem. Right? The network card, sound card, video card. Here there is a requirement of fast data transmission. These are the devices where there is a requirement of fast data transmission within a short period of time. Which are these devices? These devices are modem, network card, sound card and video card. What is the role of modem? The role of modem is to find out the addresses of the devices and connect the multiple devices at a time over the network. This is the role of modem. And to do all these things, PCI slots comes into the picture. Modem is connected to the machine with the help of this peripheral component interconnect device. Then the network card. Network card, to get the internet over the network, we connect the network card to the system, and this network card is get connected with the help of peripheral component interconnect. Then sound card to listen the music, to understand the video which having the audio. The sound card is attached with the system with the help of again this PCI and video card. These are the some examples of PCI devices. Means what? These cards are, these small applications are connected with the main application with the help of peripheral component interfaces. Please understand. Please see it over here. I think the idea of PCI is get clear with this explanation. PCI device driver. If you are looking for PCI drivers, you most likely need to download them for a specific PCI device. For example, if you need PCI Ethernet adapter driver, install the drivers for the network card. This is the explanation which is relevant to previous ages. Now, most of the time drivers are inbuilt available, but sometimes if it is not available, then we have to install the drivers as per the requirement which card we are connecting to our system. So there is a need of driver installation when we connect the different devices through PCI cards to the system. Understand it? Okay. Then the next thing that we have to understand, how many PCI slots are on motherboard? Normal questions comes in the mind. The number of PCI slots depends on the manufacturer and the model of the motherboard. Today, very few motherboards comes with any PCI with introduction of PCIe. Those few motherboards that do come with the PCI slots have between 1 and 3 PCI slots. I think you might have get the answer of these questions. 2 or 3 generally PCI slots are available over here to connect the different cards on the motherboard. How I can add a PCI card if I don't have PCI slot? To connect PCI card to a computer, the computer motherboard must have a PCI slot. As mentioned above, some of the today's computer no longer come with the PCI expansion slot. If your motherboard does not have PCI expansion slot, we recommend getting a more modern card that's supported by the motherboard. Today's computer no longer come with PCI expansion slot. If you want PCI expansion slot on it, you should be careful while purchasing all these things. I think this much information is sufficient to understand what is meant by PCI and what is meant by ISA. I am repeating it again. ISA means industry standard architecture and PCI means peripheral component interconnect. These are parallel data communication standards available and very popular standards. These are very popular standards for the data communication. The routine devices like modem, network card, sound card, video card are connected with the motherboard through this parallel communication protocols. So through this we can understand it's important. By learning all these things, you have to do the homework about what exactly the point-wise difference between the ISA and PCI with respect to speed, second space, third pin configuration, number 4 performance, number 5 efficiency, number 6 reliability. Apply these different parameters and do the difference by your own, by doing search over the network, because we try to understand the difference between these two industry standards used for the parallel data communication. I am repeating it again. Which different parameters we have to check? The version, then speed, then reliability, then efficiency, performance, cost, space, pin configuration. These are the different parameters on which you have to do your study at home. Okay, I think this is sufficient for you to understand this PCI and ISA. Thank you.